The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 16th of July, 1660. This morning it proved very rainy weather, so that I could not remove my goods to my house. I to my office and did business there, and so home, it being then sunrise. But by the time that I got to my house, it began to rain again, so that I could not carry my goods by cart as I would have done. After that to my lord's, and so home and to bed. The 17th of July, 1660. This morning, as indeed all the mornings nowadays, much business at my lord's. There came to my house before I went out Mr. Barlow, an old consumptive man and fair conditioned, with whom I did discourse a great while, and after much talk I did grant him what he asked, viz. £50 per annum if my salary be not increased, and £100 per annum in case it be to £350, at which he was very well pleased, and to be paid as I receive my money, and not otherwise. Going to my lord's, I found my lord had got a great cold and kept his bed, and so I brought him to my lord's bedside, and he and I did agree together to this purpose what I should allow him. That done, and the day proving fair, I went home, and got all my goods packed up and sent away, and my wife and I and Mrs. Hunt went by coach, overtaking the carts a drinking in the Strand, being come to my house and setting the goods, and at night sent my wife and Mrs. Hunt to buy something for supper. They bought a quarter of lamb, and so we ate it, but it was not half roasted. Will, Mr. Blackburn's nephew, is so obedient that I am greatly glad of him. At night, he and I and Mrs. Hunt home by water to Westminster. I to my lord, and after having done some business with him in his chamber in the nursery, which has been now his chamber since he came from sea, I went on foot with a link boy to my home, where I found my wife in bed and Jane washing the house, and Will the boy sleeping, and a great deal of sport I had before I could wake him. I to bed the first night that ever I lay here with my wife.